and the attempts will be even more extraordinary. Stick it on them, rough them up a little bit, and then timing passing. That's what you're seeing tonight.
5:45 remaining in the second. From the 10-yard line, 2nd down and 7. Cunningham, wide open receiver, Fred Barnett. And he is to the 1. Oh, what an effort, though. Ron Davis held him. Almost got in. What a great leap Barnett took and just came that close.
They had a wing off to the right. They have a wing over here. When this motion comes, nobody leaves these two receivers. So the quarterback steps and throws and fires. Look at that. Nobody's out there. Watch this second effort. Push, shove, drive. Did he? That's a touchdown. They don't get them all right. They missed one.
14th play of the Philadelphia drive. 1st down and 10. Make it 1st down and goal to go from the 1. Diving in for the touchdown is Fred McCrary. The 6th-round pick from Mississippi State got big blocks from Lester Holmes and Raleigh McKenzie, and the Eagles get their first touchdown tonight.
What you like there is you don't trick them there. You don't try to pass. Remember that first series? They're a 2nd down inside the 5. And let them know you can lean on them. Let them know you can hit them. Everything's going right for the Eagles right now. They're doing what let's watch the pressure by the defense on this extra point. Let's see if the Falcons come after this kick.
Anderson with another field goal, another extra point there. He's had field goals tonight already from 24 and 33 yards. But this is the first touchdown tonight by the Philadelphia Eagles, and getting it, the rookie Fred McCrary. Eagles on top, 13-0.
Punter in football, Straczynski, and I said he put the ball at the 1-yard line so the Falcon defense could really play good. And what did they do? A 99-yard drive on 14 plays. So Straczynski's got to go with another team. He can't help Atlanta.
Cunningham was impressive, 5 and 6 on the drive. St. Louis awaits yet another kickoff from Philadelphia, the 4th he has received tonight. 5:03 remaining.
Fell down.
And Wilkins slips, and the ball goes sliding downfield itself, and picked up by an upman, Mitch Lyons, who is a starting tight end for the Atlanta Falcons. That was kind of odd. There was some rain here before the game, but the field is supposedly has been very dry since that rain fell here, say, 3-4 hours ago. 13-0 Philadelphia late in the second quarter. Philadelphia Eagles have scored every time they've had the ball tonight. 2 field goals and a touchdown with 4:56 remaining in the second quarter. They're on top 13-0. Good crowd on hand too at Vet Stadium in Philadelphia. Quarterback remains Perry Klein, the 3rd quarterback we've seen tonight. Jamal Anderson will be in the backfield. 1st and 10 for the Atlanta Falcons from their 34. Klein again with that sidearm delivery and pressure in his face, and then complete pass to Joe Rogers. Carl Jerkins is down on the sideline. Carl?
Kevin, 1972, then Eagles tight end Fred Hill had a daughter who was diagnosed with leukemia. Since then, $5.2 million has been raised to help fight leukemia by Eagles Fly for Leukemia. Please make a pledge and help save a life. Call 1-800-283-CURE right now. 1-800-283-CURE. Back up to the booth.
And operators are standing by. Thank you, Carl. It is 2nd down and 10 from the 34.
The last 2 plays, the Falcons have had a tight end in the ballgame. First play, and there they are trying to run over, and they broke it.
And Jamal Anderson crashes over, and Eric Zumwalt makes the stop. 4 carries and 23 yards for Jamal Anderson. He's been impressive right now. 4th-round pick a season ago out of Utah.
So a tight end in the ball game, 86 for Atlanta. The last 2 plays, and they broke one off of him. They don't play a tight end very much. When they do, it's tougher to stop the run. This is a guy out of Michigan State. We drafted him when I was in Atlanta at Lions. I didn't remember his name much because he didn't play that often. But Mitch Lyons from Michigan State. He can block. He can block, but he gets hurt.
He's got a bad first name. 3rd down and 1. Good time for Klein. First down pass caught by Eric Metcalf at the Philadelphia 47. Pickup of 11 yards in the play, and Barry Wilburn, former Redskin, there to stop him.
And he didn't throw sidearm that time. That time overhand delivery, good throw, and you pick it up. When he throws sidearm on those out routes to the sideline, doesn't look. How about Metcalf? Think he's going to fit in with what they want to do?
They're going to use him everywhere, aren't they?
Going to use him a little bit in the backfield, going to use him on the slot, going to use him on the screens, get him in space.
Up until that completion, the quarterback Klein had missed his last 3. First down and 10 from the 46 and from the shotgun. Klein looks to his second receiver, pocket collapses, and there he goes. He needs to get to the 36 for a first down, and he's very close as Bobby Taylor came up and whacked him. He may have it. A gain of about 10 on the play would make it 9.
A good rush that time, too. That's one of the better rushes by the Eagles. Had good pressure on them. They played 1st and 10 as a long down because of the score and time on the clock. And that'll always allow the quarterback to scramble if he gets through the first wave of people.
Second down and about a yard. The Falcons tonight have done nothing offensively. They've had it 3 times previous to this, a fumble, an interception, and they punted the last time.
Well, in all fairness to them, they're playing more backups probably than what the Eagles did. More quarterbacks, Kevin.
Jamal Anderson easily acquires the first down, getting a block up front. And the Atlanta Falcons continue to try to work against the clock and get on the board before the half. 2.5 remaining in the first half, and it's 13-0 Philadelphia.
And Mitch Lyons again motioned as the tight end went over and cut off that side, and they ran the belly over to where the tight end went to. So you're seeing the Falcons with a tight end. So all those critics that jump the poor coaches, they do have a tight end on. There he goes. Look at him go. He's in motion right now. Purdy.
With the deepest penetration tonight, Atlanta 1st and 10 from the Eagle 33. Klein. Almost a great reception by Joe Rogers. Incomplete pass to 27. Barry Wilburn was there.
The receiver fell down on that thing and really hurt the quarterback. He didn't know whether to throw it or hang on to it because the quarterback slipped and fell down.
He had a good stab at it with one hand while he was down on his side.
And the quarterback couldn't figure out what to watch. The quarterback when he slips and falls. Good technique, good throw. Wow, that
close.
Ooh. Wow. Could have been a catch, could have been a bounce out.
Nonetheless, second down and 10 from the 33 with 2:02 remaining in the first half. And Anderson finds no room and only finds Mike Chilinsky in his face. Chilinsky's coming off major knee surgery, but that time showed a very spry effort inside against June Jones and the Falcons, who trailed 13-0. Morning, Philadelphia on top of the Atlanta Falcons, 13-0.
Look at the size of these ankles. This is Lincoln Kennedy, a first-round pick. Look at the size of these ankles. This is a huge man that they're having some weight problems with. Every time he gets out of that Rice Clinic, the value of Dunkin' Donuts stock goes way up. This is a big, big man that they're trying to trim down. He played a little guard last year. He used to be a guard, and they had to move him out to tackle because of personnel. Right tackle, the pass protection is not so critical. But this, if he was in Texas, they would say he is Largay. He is a Largay guy.
He only had 2 starts a season ago. Third down and 13, 8th play of the drive, 2-minute warning. Eagles on top, 13-0. Klein with time and the pass. Threw off his back foot, threw incomplete to Roel Preston. Incomplete on the far side. Pressure was applied by
You're seeing a blitz. The quarterback, the back went over. The back's going to try to pick up the blitz, but the back gets overpowered by the blitz, and the pressure comes right in on him, and so he throws off the wrong foot. And look, wasn't that nice? He didn't try to hurt him, set him down. New rules, no cheap shots on the quarterback. Let's see if the Eagles will have any pressure on a long, long field goal drive.
Well, Morton Anderson from this distance a year ago, 0 of 5, and over the last 2 years, 1 of 11 from 50 yards on out. His only kick of 50 yards or better here in Veterans Stadium. From 54 yards away, he had room to spare. Morton Anderson.
What a kick.
They let go of Norm Johnson, who's a good kicker in his own right, to get
excellent
Morton
kicker.
Anderson. 54-yard field goal, his first 50-yarder in 2 seasons, putting Atlanta on the board for the first time. the defense for the Philadelphia Eagles visiting. But their assistant coach, it's 13-3 with Philadelphia. On top of Atlanta, there's Morton Anderson.
What a kick he had.
54-yard field goal.
I tell you what, if this game was in Chicago, that ball would have landed in Memphis. That thing was gone. It was still climbing. Let's see it now. They wanted him because of his kickoffs, because the guy they lost could kick those field goals as good as him. But his strength is the deep kick in the kickoff.
Well, he only had 14 touchbacks a season ago, second in the NFL. This lands at the 4 and is out of bounds at the 1.
So much for that strength.
So on to the 35
yes,
goes.
That's the way the rules go.
Kickoff out of bounds on the kicking team. The ball would be put in play at the 35-yard line.
1:44 remaining in the first half here from Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia.
There's the new head coach. He's got to be first time ever. Everything going right. He's in a daze right now. He's wondering, wow, is this really happening or am I dreaming about this?
First game as a head coach has got to be exciting. And Rodney Peete coming in for the first time.
The old Dallas Cowboy, Detroit. Was he with Detroit?
Yes, he was.
Yeah,
4
Detroit
seasons.
Then with Dallas Cowboys. Never got to play much.
You've been reading that little book they gave us.
No, I didn't read that book. His daddy was a heck. I interviewed his daddy for a job one time. His daddy was coaching at the Packers. His dad's a great football coach.
Really, Pete? Yes.
And that's how I happen to know about Rodney. How would you like to be coaching in the league and your son's playing in the league, and now you're going to go against him, and now Mama's going to sit there, and you know she's going to root for the kids.
Who's she going to root for?
The moms all root for the kids. They don't care about the old man.
Last year, Rodney Peete was backing up Troy Aikman in Dallas. Here he is backing up Randall Cunningham. He'd like a chance to start, so this is a very important performance for him tonight. He's right on the money with the 1st and 10 pass to Calvin Martin. Out near the 50, gain of 9 on the play.
2-minute no huddle, but the basic play, the fullback flare and the Z curl. That's the basis of the whole offense. That's where it starts. Nice play.
2nd down and 1 for Rodney Peete. Moves up well, gets the first down pass out to Calvin Martin. And he's to the 43 of Atlanta. Clock at 1:15, 1:14 and ticking.
Hurry up, get it called. He's doing the directing.
Interesting spot to bring him right off the bench and into a 2-minute offense, but sure enough.
That's good work. You like that kind of work. There's the same basic play. They had it covered that time with man-to-man on the fullback flare. What's really unusual, Kevin, in a 2-minute situation, no substitution in player personnel. No 3 wideouts. The basic 2-back set even in a 2-minute situation.
Charlie Garner caught that pass. Randall Cunningham had a spectacular showing here early in the game. Got a touchdown in. Capitalized on 2 turnovers by Atlanta. Got field goals out of both of those possessions. And he was extremely accurate when he was throwing the ball. A lot of changes for the Philadelphia Eagles. Gone. Some of the noteworthy people on there. Eric Allen signed a big contract with the New Orleans Saints. David Alexander's gone. Herschel Walker, who led the team in rushing the last 3 years, now in the New York's Giant uniform.
And William Perry retired from football.
And pursuing a wrestling career, I understand.
Wow. Can you imagine him jumping off the top rope? Somebody could get hurt. He's bigger than life. William Perry.
Rodney Peete trying to have a performance bigger than life and competing against what has been a great start for Randall Cunningham to this preseason. Eagles quarterbacks have hit their last 7 passes. Peete is at 3 and Cunningham hit 4 in a row. And here's a little screen pass. Caught by Garner. Has the first down. Has a block inside the 30 and near the 24-yard line.
They got to down the ball here, Kevin. They got to throw the ball in the ground. Throw the ball down. Keep your timeout. They got 1 timeout. Clock play. Clock play. Get the ball and throw it down, Pete. Come on. Come on. Hurry.
17-yard gain. Clock stopped at 34 seconds and a player is down for Atlanta.
An injury in the last 2 minutes. Is a team timeout.
Team timeout. So now Atlanta will have 2 timeouts remaining. And as you said, Jerry, just minutes ago, just 1 remaining for the Philadelphia Eagles.
And they have to keep that to stop the clock on the last play. That's why he had to clock the ball there. He had to get the ball and throw it down the ground. But with the injury with Atlanta, it looks like Mo Gardner, a heck of a football player, an all-out effort guy. And that stopped the clock for him, so he didn't get the slam play.
Coming up next will be local news and then our feature, hosted by Carl Churkin.
Halftime feature?
Yes.
and we got news at halftime. So don't anybody go to the refrigerator and stay there. OR is illegal at OR is open refrigerator. Get what you're going to get and come on back and see the news.